YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to my channel, hit the subscribe button as well as bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, I'm on a mission to hit 100K. I can't do it without you, so hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're gonna talk about some Bitcoin today. We're gonna talk about some Toshi Coin today. You guys gonna see I'm fired up like it ain't a Tuesday, but it's a Tuesday. So we're gonna talk about it. But I gotta let you guys know too, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just the homie Crypto J. We just talking about Bitcoin. We're just talking about cryptocurrency. But guys, don't ever make any financial decisions based off of this video because I'm just some guy out the internet and it's not very wise to do that. So let's talk about it, guys. You guys can see total market cap coming in at a 2.6. Fear index coming in at 31, right? Interesting. We're getting some more positivity in the market, but again, we're seeing a little bit of sell-off. What is going on, Bitcoin? What is going on? Why are things turning red? Let's talk about it, right? Let's get this Bitcoin chart pulled up, and then we're gonna get on into some Toshi because I know y'all want that Toshi, man. But as you guys could see, Bitcoin on the 1 day, we were just talking about yesterday how sometimes early in the week we can see a fake out, right? And I feel like that's what people might be a little bit afraid of happening right now because, again, we're just starting to see this thing create a wedge and then create a bear flag and then now create another bear flag. It is now Tuesday, and I told you guys again, price fake outs happen early in the week, like on Monday, and then real price action is going to happen closer to Thursday. And why does that happen is because the markets close on Friday. And so real sentiment sets in on Thursday. And then people kind of like go off based off how they're feeling. Sometimes we'll see some dump in the market and then, Friday will be another opportunity for people to make money off of shorts. And then sometimes it's at the weekend. But again, I'm not telling you to go short the market because I do personally believe that time in the market beats time in the market. And plus, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do with your money anyway. But I do believe that the people that dollar cost average tend to do better than the people that are trying to guess the trend, right? You can get lucky guessing the trend. Some people make money for a living, but a lot more people make money in trading by just hodling. As a matter of fact, 98% of people are not going to be successful in cryptocurrency because of things like panic selling and swing trading and leverage trading and stuff like that. So again, I'm not doing anything but acquiring things that I like on this dip because, again, I think that this crypto cycle is not over for this year. Okay, I just want to clear that up. I do not think that the cycle is over for this year. I think that we will still see a pump, but even though we're at this level of support right now where we can really go either way, I don't think we are going to break up personally. And again, I'm not saying that to FUD up the bags. I'm just saying that because, again, guys, I go based off of probabilities and not based off of possibilities. I always tell you guys that. It's because I've been a swing trader in the past and I kind of know how these guys think and what they look for as far as these types of setups. And in my opinion, guys, we have not gotten a confirmation yet. If I was to play anyway on this, I'd be putting a put here. I would not be longing this. I'd be shorting this. So and that's because, again, we're in a bear trend, right? And then, so that's one bearish thing going against the trend. You got right here another rising wedge. This is going against the trend. And then look, shoulder, head, shoulder now forming 3 strikes, buddy. And then what do we have that's bullish on this chart right now? It's turning into, we're above 85. That's bullish, right? We're retesting some of these zones up here. For a second time, we're retesting this zone, so maybe we can actually break up this time, right? Maybe we have some kind of double bottom also forming here, too. And we're creating higher lows still. So we're still intact, but at the same time, we could have also created a wedge. And you could really see the wedge a lot better on the 1 day chart. If I pull up the Keltner channel, you could see how we kind of, what I'm talking about, right? So you can see that we're kind of in limbo right now because you can see we touched just right here too, right here. So it's been 3 touches now and we're really just sitting on this zone on the 1 day. Our 1 hour looks like also we're holding some support. It's just been very manipulated price action out of Bitcoin because look, we thought that we had created this wedge right here. We thought it topped, but look, now it's coasting sideways. This is not a hot pattern still. I don't know, man. I mean, it could go either way, right? We're still flowing within the Keltner channel, but again, now we're going sideways. And when we flow sideways, guys, this is actually showing a lack of demand. Sometimes we could see these things capitulate. Again, this shoulder, head, shoulder. This comes with sideways movement. It's just showing that, again, we're having retests of ranges, but we're not seeing a breakout. Also on this 30-minute chart now, you guys can see we got a bear flag forming here too. And again, this sideways movement that we were talking about, just a little bit concerning to see on a Tuesday, because again, what is Wednesday going to look like? And then how is Thursday going to look like? In my opinion, Thursdays, dude, we have an iron rule of Thursdays on this channel, guys. And you know, if you don't think that Thursday means something, keep track of them Thursdays. Start keeping track of them Thursdays. Nobody else on YouTube really talks about Thursdays and Fridays and market close and how important that is. It's insanely important in knowing like what's going to happen. It kind of takes a lot of the guesswork, I feel like, out of it. There always is going to be like an element of luck behind it. Nobody knows the future, right? But at the same time, again, how many times have we seen a fake out early in the week, right? Fake outs on Monday, and then we'll see price correction happen on Thursday, right? I think a lot of people probably... I feel like people are not making many moves today, probably. But this thing's going to have to do something today. It's going to have to either break up or it's going to have to... Anyway, guys, let's get Toshi Coin pulled up. As you guys can see, I got Toshi pulled up right here because that's what you guys want to see. Toshi Coin seeing some volatility with the rest of the market. You guys can see right here. Down about 6% in the past 24 hours. Testing some key zones ourselves on some of these charts. You can see we're really touching on the 1 hour right here on this candle right here. But we do have to pay a little bit of attention because we are, again, falling into this oversold zone. Now, is Toshi creating another wedge? We've seen this thing fall into this type of similar zone before, right? Every time, as a matter of fact, that this thing has kind of fell a little bit oversold. It's not been a terrible opportunity, right? When this thing is looking oversold like this. So in my opinion, this thing might be looking a little bit oversold. But we might still need to see a retest. Again, if Bitcoin does decide it wants to break down, we could see a retest possibly of this 130 range. 130 range? Yeah, like 130. And then if it wants to pump out of here, right? Like, let's see some of these more longer term interval. Let's see what's going on the 12. All right, we're starting to break down on the 12 a little bit. So, I mean, we could still turn this around, though. That's the thing. Like, the 12-hour is telling, but at the same time, you got to take into consideration that each one of these candles is actually 12 hours. So there's a lot of time in this candle. Still, I told you guys we need to do something today. We need to have a positive move today. I do think a positive move can restore a lot of confidence to the market. You guys can see Bitcoin highly volatile. Not sure whether it wants to go up or it wants to go down. I do think that this right here, this big sharp pump, and then the fact that we now broke down and kind of broke the uptrend is can be pretty damaging to the price. But again, we don't know because last time, look, we fell down here and then look, we shot back up and then we down and then we shot back up again. So again, maybe this is just some volatility that we're seeing. And we are still creating lower highs on the 7-day. We're still intact on the 7-day. Again, we're at 85. So maybe this is a shake. Maybe this is a fake. A lot of the times, again, fake outs early in the week. So be paying attention to that. But at the same time, too, I'm buying in all these ranges, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'd buy at 84. I'd buy at 68. I'd buy even, all these ranges because in my opinion, I think Bitcoin is going much higher. And plus I'm dollar cost averaging. I'm not going all in. I'm only spending money that I can afford to lose. And a lot of the times, honestly, guys, if it's at a zone like this, one thing that I like to do, if I'm like, I kind of want to buy it because I feel like, what if it goes up? And like my gut, I feel like it's going to go up. Even if my gut tells me it's going to go up, but we're at a moment like this again, because in our macro, we're still on a downtrend, right? We're still not out of the woods yet. What I would probably do if I didn't want to miss out, or if I had this FOMO right here, instead of just putting all my money, one, I would never put all my money, right? I'm not going to put 100% of my money in cryptocurrency. That's a horrible idea. I'm not even going to put 50%. I'm not even going to put 40%, bro. Like 20% is a lot of money to be putting into crypto. 20% of your money in crypto is a lot. As a matter of fact, I don't even know that I would recommend doing that. Again, I wouldn't recommend doing anything because I'm not a financial advisor, but I would definitely tell you guys that cryptocurrency is highly volatile and it's not a get rich quick thing. So you don't want to be over leveraged in this. If anything, that's going to make this a lot harder for you to get good at when you're greedy and when you're over leveraged, because then you're making emotional decisions. You're not really thinking rationally as a trader. You're thinking based off of your emotions. And there's two types of thinking in this world. I believe this even outside of trading. And that is, you're either thinking logically or you're thinking emotionally. And again, people that think with logic in life, they tend to have better results and they tend to be more emotionally regulated. And the people that think that operate based off of their emotions, they tend to be have a lot of unregulated things that are going on. They have chaos going on in their life. And the same thing with trading. You know, like when you cannot regulate your emotions, you make mistakes. You do things that you are not maybe planning on doing or you wouldn't have done if you didn't feel like you were pressed to do these things. And so that's why I say again, like a lot of people saw Bitcoin at $100, right? A lot of people saw Bitcoin at $1,000, right? And a lot of people invested a lot of money back then, right? A lot of people put like maybe like $50,000, $60,000, right? And then they watched it go down a little bit and then they sold, you know, or maybe they made a little bit of money and then they sold or whatever. But just think about the people that watched Bitcoin at like $100,000 and said, you know what? Instead of me taking $1,000 in my paycheck and not knowing how I'm gonna pay my rent because Bitcoin is gonna be highly volatile, what if I just take $50? What if I just took $50 out of my paycheck and put it in Bitcoin at $100? Imagine I did that every 2 weeks on my paycheck, put $50 into $100 Bitcoin back then. How that would turn out for me now. See, it's like kind of like the tortoise versus the hare, right? Like the tortoise, he just kind of takes it slow. He just takes it slow, a little bit here, a little bit there. And then you got the hare. He's trying to swing. I got to do a swing. I got to do this. Da, 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 da. And then by the time the end of the race, the tortoise is way ahead because again, he's long on things. He's patient on things. He takes his time with things. He's okay with things taking time. He's regulated in his emotions. And then you got the hare over here, crazy minded, making rash decisions, emotional decisions. Guys, be the tortoise. It's okay to be the tortoise. You don't have to be greedy. I'm telling you, the tortoise wins the race. He wins the race. I'm not telling you that you can always invest in everything and everything in cryptocurrency will go up, but I will tell you this, guys. Right now, where we're at with our market cap, we're smaller than Apple, the entire cryptocurrency space, all of it. Okay. When people compare crypto to the stock market, it doesn't compare. It doesn't. It compares to one stock, Apple, which is smaller than right now. So it's going to be volatile. Volatile means it goes up and it goes down very fast all the time, all the time, all the time. And that's what happens when you're early on something. It's going to go up and down really fast all the time. And some of you guys, even last season, you bought into coins when they launched like a week, 2 weeks after, you know, you were selling them. 3 weeks after, you're selling them. Imagine you bought something early. You said you were going to hold it. You said it was going to make you rich over the next 5 years. And then in 2 weeks, because Bitcoin corrected, you sold it. And then what happens? Bitcoin, like always, again, I'm not going to say it will always do this, but Bitcoin is undefeated. So historically, Bitcoin has come back, came roaring back, and the projects that are worthy of a pump have gotten a pump. Now, the question is, what projects are worthy of the pump? And that's what I'd be paying attention to right now. That's what I look for on these Bitcoin dips. I look for those coins that are getting attention. I look for those coins that are getting volume, because those are the coins, in my opinion, that Binance wants, that Coinbase wants. And this is how you beat these guys. You beat these guys by finding volume. Guys, I can't tell you how many coins that I've mentioned on this channel before they were listed anywhere. I even told you guys, I feel like this coin and this coin are going to be probably listing on this website pretty soon based off of this, right? Like, for instance, I know that if, Coinbase or Binance lists a coin as a future, that there's a good chance that later on they might list a spot I'm noticing that in the cycle, and I'm not saying every time that's going to happen and it's a for sure thing, but we noticed it with Turbo. We've noticed it with a lot of coins now, including Toshi Coin, right? So that's one thing that I look for. I think that a lot of these big exchanges are going to be picking up a lot of these meme coins closer to the meme coin season, guys. Understand that cryptocurrency has a cycle. All of these markets have a cycle, and that things happen in an order. So usually Bitcoin needs to pick up first. Then we're going to probably see a lot of these blue chips, a lot of stuff like Ethereum, a lot of DeFi stuff picking up, right? Because why? People are going to know that if Bitcoin's moving, they might need some Solana for their poo-poo coins. They might need some Ethereum for their poo-poo coins and stuff like that, right? And so we'll see a short period of these blue chips and stuff like that running. And then we might start seeing, once Bitcoin really starts picking up confidence and lowering in dominance, we'll start picking up with some of these altcoins, right? Once we start really turning around this trend. Right now, again, it's not altcoin season because we are still in a downtrend, right? Right now, we are in a bear trend. As a matter of fact, the people that are trading right now in and out of these Solana meme coins, they're, man, I mean, for the past couple months now, right? You think they would get tired of gambling, but at the same time, you're going to have people that are gambling, guys. You're going to have people that are gambling, and we're all gambling at the end of the day because, you know, this stuff is nothing is for sure. Nobody knows the future. We don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. We don't know. Again, nobody knows, right? This space is totally speculative. But at the same time, guys, one thing that is in trading that is kind of across the board, which I believe, which generally is true, is that the trend is your friend. Now, it is with cryptocurrency, and it's not, because again, we have a manipulated market here, even on Bitcoin. And then you have other things in cryptocurrency where you have to actually know what you're buying and like make sure it's not a rug pull and stuff like that. Like TA is not going to help you if you bought into a scam. Like that thing's going to go to zero regardless. So you have to learn how to check contracts and stuff like that. It's all stuff that we talk about on this channel, guys. As a matter of fact, some people would say I'm better at checking contracts than I am at reading the chart. I'm good at both, guys, but I have gone through thousands of these contracts, and it's probably the number one thing that I feel like people do not know how to do in cryptocurrency is look at a smart contract and know if they're buying a scam or not. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. If you guys enjoy that type of content, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, join the Patreon. We have tons of training on that kind of stuff too. If you guys are need help with that kind of stuff, or you just want to take your crypto to the next level, it's a great resource. Also, you get to be part of my Telegram, which I'm in almost every single day, as well as like 2,000 other people. Some of those people have done amazingly well in cryptocurrency. Some of them like 6 and 7 figure cryptocurrency holders. So they are amazing. They've done amazing things. And that is a group that I get a ton of value out of too, because you guys tell me about developments and stuff like that I need to be paying attention to, and news and stuff like that. Again, it's not a place for financial advice, but it is a place that you can ask questions. It's a place that you can connect with people. And it's a place where we do share things that are worthy of doing research. Like if there's a big project that's coming out pretty soon or something like that. Again, we'll share things. At the end of the day, you're responsible for your financial decisions. Again, it's not a place to go and buy things at. It's just a place to do some research on things that you might want to do. But at the end of the day, guys, you have to consult with a financial advisor. I'm not one. I'm just the homie Crypto J again. So I appreciate you guys all for enjoying this entertainment. That's all it is, just entertainment, guys. So hold it with a grain of salt. I appreciate you all. And we are still moving to Colombia. A lot of people have been asking me this too. Jay, are you still going to Colombia? The plan is to still go to Colombia. So that's the plan. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about Toshi. Let me know what you guys think about Bitcoin. I'll catch you next video. Peace.